Hi, this is Brian, and I was just going to do a video about how to vacuum pump your brakes. As you can see, I got this at Harbor Freight. They're about 25 bucks, but you get a 20% coupon. You get them for about 20. Comes with all these parts. Something about the parts. I'm using it on a Honda Accord 2013, and it requires the smallest adapter right there. And if you follow the instructions, you make sure you pull off that little cap here that goes in between this, and it's on the instructions, first thing on the instructions. And then it comes with all these fittings, a little container cover for the container after you bleed the brakes. Highly recommended is to pull the bleeder nut on the caliper and put Teflon tape on it. And I'll show that as we go. So hold on, I'm going to go to the brakes. First thing you want to do is make sure that your brake reservoir is full, and you want to check that accordingly. If you do this right, it will pull down that brake fluid quickly. So I just want to let you know, just keep an eye on that. Okay, on this 2013 Honda Accord, it calls for a 10mm wrench to remove the brake bleed nut. And we're going to remove it, and I'm going to put Teflon tape around the threads just so that we don't have any air bypassing through the threads, because it will happen. So I just want to let you know about that. Okay, it's hard to hold the phone, but what you do is you just go ahead and loosen that up and then unscrew it. It's going to leak, but not a dramatic amount. And then you unscrew that and see the threads here are, you just want to coat the threads with the Teflon tape and then reattach it. Those are your bleeder holes on the side. Hard to see, but that's one right there. I think there's just one on this. Okay, so I'm going to put Teflon tape and then I'll come back. Okay, as you can see, it's been removed, and I'm going to reinsert it. And it's got the Teflon tape on it, you can see, and then I'm going to reinsert it here. It is leaking, don't freak out. And then I'm going to screw this back on. Okay. So I'll get back with you after I tighten it all up. I hooked up here at the bleeder valve. Now I put the Teflon tape around it to seal any kind of air that may go through the threads. Okay, so what I do is I'm going to vacuum this up to 10, 12, in that range. It's holding pretty steady. It will actually drop down without those threads, even though I didn't release the nut, because it just bypasses those threads, that air. So what I do now is on the bleeder valve, I open it up, and if you notice I got the hose pointing upwards. That allows you to see the air that may be coming out. So now you can see that there's no air, and it's pulling the vacuum. It's still at about 12, 13. See, all the fluid in the bleeder valve is it's clear. So now we'll tighten it up. And make sure you use the smallest on the bleeder valve, the adapter from Harbor Freight that comes with the kit. Okay? Thank you. In conclusion, I recommend Harbor Freight vacuum brake fluid remover. I guess what you call it. And also Teflon tape around those threads on the bleeder screws. If you don't do this, you're going to have air going through this line here, and that's bad, and you won't get a good pull of fluid. This is the amount of fluid I pulled out. A little dirty, just to clean it. You know, it's recommended to do it so you don't have any problem with rust. Excellent product, but don't freak out when you open up the bleeder screw all the way and take it out and then you have leaking. It doesn't leak that much. And then just wrap the Teflon tape around it, put it back in. Make sure you don't cover the bleeder hole. Just put it on the threads. Any questions, you can put it down on the comment page below. Thank you.